The receipt shook in Jake's hand as the woman's card was declined for the third time, the red insufficient funds glowing between them like an accusation. Behind her, a line formed. In front of her, a crying toddler tugged at her jacket. And in that moment, standing under flickering fluorescent lights at a quiet gas station just before midnight, Jake felt something heavy settle in his chest, because he knew exactly what it felt like to need $15 you didn't have. Jake had been working the night shift for almost a year, not because he loved it, but because night shifts didn't ask many questions. They didn't care that his dad had passed 2 years ago, or that he dropped out of community college to help his mom pay rent. The gas station was simple. Clock in, smile, scan items, clock out. No drama, no choices that mattered. Until that night, the woman in front of him looked exhausted in a way sleep couldn't fix. Her coat was too thin for the cold, her shoes worn at the edges. She kept apologizing to the people behind her, her voice barely above a whisper, her cheeks burning red with embarrassment. "I'm sorry," she said again, fumbling through her purse. I must have miscalculated." Jake glanced at the screen. $15. Gas and a gallon of milk. "Mommy," the little boy whimpered, his stomach growling loud enough to hear. Jake remembered standing in a grocery store at that same age, watching his mother silently put items back on the shelf. He remembered pretending not to notice. He looked at the camera above the register, then at the woman, then at the child. "Don't worry about it," Jake said quietly, reaching under the counter. He pressed a few keys, voided the charge, and slid the receipt toward her. "You're good. Go ahead." Her eyes widened. "No, I can't. It's fine," he said, his voice steady even though his heart was racing. "Take care of your kid." She froze for a moment, then tears welled up. She nodded, clutching the receipt like it might disappear, and whispered, "Thank you. You don't know what this means." Jake watched them leave, the bell over the door chiming softly behind them. For the first time all week, he smiled. The next morning, his manager called him into the office. "You gave away store property," the manager said flatly. "We reviewed the footage." Jake nodded. He didn't argue. He didn't explain. Some things didn't need defending that he was fired on the spot. That night, Jake sat on the edge of his bed staring at the floor, wondering how kindness could feel so right and cost so much. Rent was due. His phone buzzed with unanswered job applications. For the first time, doubt crept in. Maybe doing the right thing didn't matter as much as people said. The next day, around noon, Jake was walking past the same gas station, out of habit more than anything, when a low, smooth engine sound caught his attention. He turned just as a glossy black Rolls-Royce eased into the parking lot, sunlight glinting off chrome like something out of a movie. The doors opened and a man in a tailored suit stepped out first, scanning the area. Then a woman followed that Jake's breath caught. It was her. The same tired eyes, now calm. The same little boy, now laughing, holding a toy car. She spotted Jake instantly and walked toward him, her steps quick, her face glowing with recognition. "I was hoping you'd be here," she said, emotion thick in her voice. Jake blinked. I got fired," he said, embarrassed. "I'm sorry." She shook her head. "No, I'm sorry." She introduced herself as Claire. That night, she explained, had been the lowest moment of her life. She'd just left an abusive marriage, drained her savings to escape, and was driving across state lines to stay with her brother. She hadn't told anyone. She hadn't known how she'd make it. "Your kindness," she said softly, "was the first moment I felt seen in a long time." The man in the suit stepped forward. "Ma'am." She nodded, then turned back to Jake. "My family owns a logistics company. Yesterday, my brother insisted on meeting the man who helped me when I had nothing. We're expanding, and we need people like you." She held out an envelope. Inside was a job offer. Full benefits, training included. A salary Jake had never imagined. Jake's hands trembled. "I didn't do it for this," he said. "I know," she replied, smiling. "That's why we want you." As the Rolls-Royce pulled away, Jake stood there, stunned, the envelope pressed to his chest. The gas station sign buzzed behind him, the same place where everything had fallen apart and somehow come back together.